Alright, hey guys, I just want to jump on here quickly today. I want to make a video. Pretty much today's topic's going to be sticking to your plan and remaining disciplined, and not forcing an entry or not getting FOMO and jumping in after it's moved, or I guess all of those things, which don't get me wrong, I have been guilty of this in the past, so I've definitely learned from my mistakes. You definitely don't want to be doing that. But pretty much, as you can see here, so my strategy, okay, really quickly, my strategy is the ICT 2022 model. Right, that's been. I've tried other things. Don't get me wrong. I've probably tried other things without the testing and without um, actually doing it properly, and I've lost money doing those things. But the 2022 model is profitable. I am profitable with the 2022 model. And that is the one I've done the longest. That is the one that I've done the most back testing with. That's the one that when I stick to the rules of the plan, I am profitable, basically. Um, when I have losing trades, it's usually because I don't follow the 2022 model rules. Usually, sometimes I get the direction wrong, and I think that there's a market structure shift and it's going to reverse, and it doesn't. There's been a few of those, but when I stick to the rules, for the most part, it plays out, and I make money. So today, uh, pretty much the analysis was we've been going down, we went down a lot of yesterday. We had a big drop in the morning session yesterday at 9:30. Okay, took out the previous day's low. We come, we have a bit of a retracement, and then the PM session basically, as you can see, did a great deal of nothing. There were probably setups in there, but I wasn't looking at that at all. Then in Asia, we start sort of drifting lower, and then we have uh, at about 8:30, we really just have this quick, sudden drop down. And when I was looking at the London session, and as you can see, we're live here in London, which London is pretty much what I trade. Uh, we form this low, then we run up, then we form another low, which is lower than that low, and then we move higher and we go into midnight. And this, as you can see, I've marked out here, is the Asia low. The Asia low is up a lot higher. The Asia high, sorry, is up a lot higher. But this high here was of interest to me, all right? Mainly because we're in this, like, sort of, mainly because we're in this consolidation sort of area, as you can see. So at 2 a.m., as you can see, we open and we run through that Asia low. And we also take out this low here from, what's that, 1 a.m.? So these here are relatively equal lows. Okay, great. I now am looking, all right, for it to create this very thing here, right? This is the 2022 model. We drop down, take out the low, small retracement. Is there anything in this retracement here? No, there's nothing there. Okay, all good. We just wait, all right? We drop down once again. Okay, is there anything there? No, nothing there yet. All right. Then we have this displacement to the upside. Okay. Do we take out that high just there? No, we don't actually. All right. So, okay, let's just wait to see what it does. It could just keep going lower. All right. But then this candle here, we pierce through it. All right. So now I'm thinking, okay, we have a condition for a setup. And the setup is these two fair value gaps. Now I've highlighted both of them with the one box. Okay. Because the strategy says you enter on the first one and allow your stop to, you allow it to go into the second one. So your stop has to be below the second one. But basically what I want to show you, as you can see here on my live account, um, I legitimately had a buy limit for 0.5 lots because I'm trading the CFD contract. 0.5 lots at 24,850.1, which is, if I get the cross out again, which is just there at the high of that first fair value gap, or the high of both of them. Okay, and my stop, as you can see, was stop loss 24,824.1, which was just below, basically just there, which was just below that candle's open, right? Which is exactly what my strategy says. And then my first partial was above these highs here, and then my full target was this buy side here. So the I guess the plan or the analysis was that we've taken out the Asia low, okay, that's fantastic. The lowest hanging fruit that I think it's going to draw to next, after we've taken out this, right? Where are we going to go next? Well, the low hanging fruit that I was aiming for was this high here, which is also relatively equal between this high and this high. So I want to see it take out both of these highs. And how high above these highs can it go? Well, it can go up into these inefficiencies here. Okay, and on the 15-minute chart, I think it's from here or something, from here down to here is one big, like, 15-minute inefficiency. So how high can it go above these highs? Well, it can go up into these, right? So that was my low-hanging fruit objective on why I thought it was going to go up, right? But as you can see, I had a limit order, a buy limit order at the high, and it just simply didn't fill me. Okay, it just didn't go down into the fair value gap, and it just started running higher, right? And it just touched into that fair value gap there, and then it run higher. And then when I saw it take out this, or these relative equal highs here that I've got marked out as buy side liquidity, when I seen it do that, I cancelled my limit order. That's why obviously it says cancelled. Okay, I didn't take a loss. I didn't, nothing like that. I just cancelled the limit order. It never filled me, and I just cancelled it. And I just let it go. I didn't try and get in afterwards. I didn't FOMO in. I didn't rush in with a market order. I just let the trade go. And all I'm going to do now is simply journal it and record it, and, basically just type in there, I saw this live, I saw this setup, I saw it take the Asia low, I saw it form the market structure shift, I had a limit order in the market, but it just never went down and filled me. And I didn't feel FOMO. I was actually glad, in a way, and this is what you gotta reframe your thinking. You can't be upset with yourself that it went to your target but didn't get you in. You can't sort of sit back and go, oh man, like, I would have made so much money if it just had if it just had have went 2 more pips down and filled me in, or like filled my order. I would have made $100, or I would have made so many pips, or so many handles, or like, you can't think that, right? You should be glad that you saw this high and these inefficiencies that are up here. I'll scrub over so you actually know what I'm talking about. You should be glad that you saw, right, this high being buy side liquidity and these inefficiencies, and you thought that it should go up to here and draw up into this area. You should be glad that your analysis was, I guess, correct, right? You were correct on the direction that the market should move, okay? It just unfortunately didn't fill you in where your strategy says, okay? Your strategy says put a limit order here, put your stop here, and target opposing liquidity. And that's what I did, right? That was the trade was planned out perfectly, everything like that, but it just never come down and filled me. And that's okay, right? That is totally okay, right? I don't have FOMO. And when I seen it take out this high, that's what sort of prompted me to sort of make this video for everybody else. I was just like, so what? There's going to be another trade tomorrow, guys. You know, there's going to be another trade tomorrow. Don't try and rush in up here and market order in and go, oh man, it's going up. It's going to keep going up. Like, that's the wrong line of thinking. You want to be thinking, okay, where's my entry? Where does my plan say my entry is? Where does my plan say my stop loss should be? Right? Like, if your plan is this just here, right? The 2022 model, like me, or it could be a different model, but if your plan says your entry should be here, your stop loss should be here, and you target opposing liquidity or opposing highs where buy side liquidity would rest, right? Then why the hell are you getting in up here? Your strategy doesn't say market order in wherever you want, okay? And when you do market order in, okay, where's your stop going to be, right? Well, you're just going to randomly put it below this low or this low or this low here, right? Like, don't get me wrong, if you had have market ordered in way up here, okay, as you can see from the chart live, it it would have panned out. You probably would have made some money. But it's not part of your setup. So who cares? Like, who cares? There's going to be another trade later on in the day in New York, or, you know, if there's not one in the AM session, there'll be one in the PM session, right? And if there's not one in the PM session, then you just wait for the next day. You know, there might be one in Asia. You know, I don't ever trade Asia. I wait for London. London session is basically what I trade. Um, you know, but I'm just going to wait for the next day now. Like, I, I don't care, right? I, you know, yeah, I could have looked at this and gone, oh man, I should have made, I think it's like 80 pips it was. Yeah. Oh man, you know, I could say to my, oh man, like, you know, I could have made 80 pips. I could have made, you know, so much money. Like, bro, who cares, right? You stuck to your strategy. You saw that it did this thing here, okay? It then did this. Your strategy said limit order here, stop loss here. You did that, and it just never filled you. And then it just went to your target, okay, without filling you. Okay, all good. I'll wait for the next trade. All right, I'll record this, and I'll say that it did everything that I thought it was going to do, but it just didn't come down into the fair value gap and fill me, and it just run off. And potentially, you could have entered on this second fair value gap here, but pretty much after that fair value gap, for me, there wouldn't be any other entry. Like, if you're entering way up here, you're chasing price basically. For me anyway. Your strategy might tell you to get in up here. That's fine. If your strategy tells you to get in way up here, get in up there. That's your strategy. But that's not my strategy, right? So I just want to, yeah, reiterate that you gotta follow your plan. You can't get mad about a trade running off without you. Okay, don't FOMO in. Don't, you know, market, like, you know, close your limit order and market order in and go, oh, it's gonna run without me. This thing's gonna go straight up, you know, because it might go up a little bit and then come straight back down. And I've literally had that happen before. I've market ordered in. Trust me, from experience, from my own experience, I've market ordered into moves before when I'm literally entering at the high, and all it does is go lower after that. And you just go, oh my god, I've made an extremely bad decision here. So yeah, don't FOMO in, guys. If it moves without you, it doesn't feel you, whatever, okay, there's going to be other moves. So I just wanted to come in here. I wanted to show you that I actually did have a limit order, you know, a real, it is a live account with Pepperstone. You know, I just wanted to show I actually had a limit order in, but it just never filled me, and that's totally fine. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you I guess can have some insight from this. Maybe you were looking at the chart today in the London session as well, and maybe you've seen it do that, and you go, yeah, maybe it left without you as well. Okay, or maybe you did market order in up here. I don't know. Okay, but if you were market ordering in as it was moving up, just think to yourself, okay, is this actually part of my strategy? Is this actually part of my plan? Right. So, but anyway, I'll leave you guys with that. Yeah, hope you all have a great day.